What's up, demons? How's it going? So, I wasn't sure how in depth or not in depth I wanted to make this video. So, essentially, what we're looking at here is I have something that's been kind of like irritating the shit out of me, I suppose you could say. And just getting right into it, professional victim. So, welcome to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about the left-hand path, cult, and professional victims. Okay. And I think this is something that we need to address kind of like head on, right? And how the behavior stands stark contrast to the principles of the left-hand path. So first, let's define what we mean by professional victims. And so these are individuals who intentionally or not constantly seek out ways to frame themselves or others they claim to represent as perpetual victims. They avoid responsibility for their actions at all costs. This can be on social media, in personal relationships, or even in wider societal contexts. All right, so while they might believe they're fighting for a cause, what often happens is a cycle of self-imposed disempowerment, right? You don't like what somebody says, make yourself a victim. You don't want to take responsibility for your actions, make yourself a victim. You just want people to feel sorry for you, or even because, like, I think a lot of these people, they want to feel special. They want to feel different. So they make themselves a victim. It's rather disgusting. So the left-hand path is rooted in self-empowerment. We know this. We've talked about this a lot. Okay? It's about facing your challenges head on, going right into it, grabbing the bull by the horn, so to speak, right? And embracing your darker side, embracing the part of you that most people try to avoid, right? You know, and coming out the other side stronger for it. Victimhood, especially when it's self-imposed or even fabricated in some cases, is the exact opposite of this, right? It is relinquishment of your power. You're giving it up, right? I'm a victim. This happened to me. That happened to me. Feel sorry for me. Boo-hoo-hoo, woe is me. You're giving up your power. You're just throwing it out there, right? It makes you a slave to the narrative that the world is always against you, that everything and everyone is always against you, and there's some big bad boogeyman that is causing you to not be able to do the things that you want to do or live the life that you want, instead of looking at it and saying, okay, what can I do differently? How can I make this better? When you deliberately seek to victimize yourself, you're giving away the very power the left-hand path teaches you to claim. You place the responsibility for your life in the hands of others, whether that's society or a person or a system. In doing so, you diminish your own agency, which is one of the greatest sins on this path. Giving yourself up is probably the biggest sin that you can commit on this path. Professional victimhood takes away so much. So let's be very clear about something, though, like off the top, because, like, you know, we're a few minutes in here and I can already see the comment section going berserk, right? So there are real victims in the world. People have been through genuine trauma and suffering. Fuck, I know I used to be one of them. Their stories deserve to be heard and respected. We like these people like need to have that empathy. They need to have that compassion. They need to have that understanding. But when you have other people that are doing this for the attention, it diminishes the value of what these people are talking about, right? It diminishes that value. So when we create a culture where victimhood becomes a currency, we reduce the significance of those experiences. We cheapen the pain and resilience of those who have truly suffered. And that's essentially what this is why we use the term professional victim. It's not that these people are actually getting paid actual money for, I mean, I guess in some cases, some of them might be, but in most cases, it's not like people are actually getting money for this behavior. But their victimhood becomes a form of currency. It becomes something that they can use to manipulate situations, people, companies, things like that. And it's rather disgusting. Okay? And like I said, professional victimhood takes away from those voices. It truly need to be amplified. And for those walking the left-hand path, engaging in or encouraging this behavior is unacceptable. It is a contradiction of everything we stand for. Everything that this path and this philosophy stands for, trying to play the professional victim card, trying to always play the victim card, trying to always find an opportunity or way to make yourself a victim, or even like to the point of like you say that you're speaking on behalf of another group or something of that nature. And you make yourself a victim by proxy. It's kind of ridiculous. On the left-hand path, on this path, you must own your narrative. That means accepting responsibility for your choices, for your actions, and yes, even your pain. The left-hand path does not ask you to be a victim. It asks you to be a creator, a destroyer, and a master of your own destiny. Every obstacle is a lesson, every challenge, a stepping stone to greater power. But if you're always looking for ways to be victimized, either for yourself or on behalf of others, you're willingly shackling yourself to the very chains we were meant to break. So, the left-hand path has never been about succumbing to fear or oppression. It's about transcending it. By playing the victim, you're giving away the most valuable asset, your will. That is your power, your will. And when your will is surrendered, you're no longer walking the left-hand path. You're walking in fucking circles. So, if you find yourself falling into this trap of professional victimhood, I urge you, I implore you to take a step back and ask yourself, who is truly in control of your life? Who's truly in control of my life? Is it me, or am I allowing external forces to dictate my path? The moment you reclaim that control, you're already stronger than you were yesterday. The moment you regain that control, stop playing the victim, you are more powerful than you were 2 minutes ago. So with that, everyone, that has been my rant on professional victimhood and the left-hand path, and how it is a clusterfuck of a contradiction to try to be a professional victim, but also claim that you're left-hand path. Walk your path with strength, my friends, my demons, my lovely demons. Be the master of your own life, not a victim of circumstance, but a creator of your own reality. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, hail thy fucking self. It's the fuck out.